Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV again. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we got a lot of news today, so we're plowing through some videos here. This is pretty interesting, coming from Variety. Disney, they announced, of course, that they were going to reorganize the company to focus on Disney Plus, and their stock went up. Like, people thought that was good news. But now, according to Variety, Disney's streaming reorganization cheers investors, but it confuses insiders.
Yeah. The investors are happy because they're talking about how they're going to focus on investors making money,
right,
over their employees and everything else. But yeah, it is like, what the hell are they thinking?
Pretty much. I think now that there have been a few days to digest this.
Oh, I thought it was dumb right from the get-go.
Oh yeah. Now more people are like, hey, yeah, but this means you're actually going to shrink other divisions, and what about this, and what about that?
Layoffs.
Yeah. Now that the reality is setting in, now the pixie dust has worn off. People are asking some questions. So we'll talk about that. Even Forbes. Forbes is saying, if you want double-digit returns, Disney stock might not be the best thing to buy. And just a couple days ago, everybody was like, oh, buy lots of Disney, They got a plan. No, they don't have a plan. They really don't. They're winging it, guys. So the Walt Disney Company's Monday announcement that was undertaking a major reorganization of the film and television teams with the goal of bolstering its streaming services was a hit with investors. Yeah, shares of the entertainment giant rose on news the company would refocus. And I remember that. People were like, you're wrong. Look, the stock is going up. I'm like, yeah, we're making money this week. Just wait until people really process what they're saying, and then we're going to see it drop. If Disney was hoping that the news would focus Wall Street's attention on growth in streaming rather than the considerable distress facing the theme parks, the plan worked like a charm. Instead of dwelling on the fact that COVID-19 has depressed attendance at the parks and has been able to open in Asia, Europe, Florida, and left other venues such as Disneyland shuttered indefinitely, and that's still going on, the narrative heading into Disney's next earnings call, narrative, is all about how they've doubled down on efforts to dominate the world of streaming.
Now you have to understand, too, they own the major stake in Hulu and stuff, but Disney Plus is relatively new, and they are in massive debt over Disney Plus to begin with, and they haven't been bringing the content out as quickly as they needed to. The only reason they're doubling down on streaming is because they're trying to distract you from the fact that they are really not in a good place. And also the fact that they think, well, streaming's a buzzword moving forward because all the other stream places did better because of the pandemic because they didn't have the weight of the parks, which normally they rely on the parks to pull their asses out of everything. The parks always brought the money to keep them afloat. This change is dumb because they're changing to streaming now. Well, that's great, but maybe in a few months everything's going to be different. People aren't going to be caring about streaming so much anymore. I mean, it's just like buzzwords to try to appease the investors because they're going to have a really shitty end of year call.
Yeah, and that's what Variety's saying.
Oh, is it? I didn't even read this article, but that's what I'm telling you as somebody who's been around this for years.
It's razzle-dazzle bullshit.
It always is razzle-dazzle bullshit. Oh my God.
So
razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle. They want to be seen as the Netflix challenger, said Hal Vogel.
Good luck with that.
A veteran media analyst. This signals how strongly they're invested in taking Netflix on.
But meanwhile, Netflix is doing animation. People who are saying it's better than Disney.
Yeah, they're actually nabbing Disney veterans. I know Over the Moon comes out this month, and Glenn Keane, who is a legendary Disney animator, he was working on that one. And I would not be surprised if before it's all said and done, they somehow get John Lasseter.
They were smart, they would.
Because he's doing Skydance, but I could totally see Netflix, getting John Lasseter. He's already...
They're going to out-Pixar Pixar.
They're going to out-Pixar Pixar. He's already poaching a lot of Disney's best talent to work with him kind of on the down low because Disney pushed him out the door for really nebulous reasons. They're like, well, you hug people too much, John, so bye. Yeah. It's like, we're just going to kick your ass out the door. So and it's probably for the best, honestly. I mean, he dodged this bullet, But they talked about the gains on the stock. Stock is down about 13% for the year to date, but it's going back up. Internally, though, employees across the board were left puzzled by both the timing and contents of the announcement.
So are people like us that cover this shit.
Right. I was like, this is not good news. Why are you all getting excited?
Yeah, I'm like, this is not good.
Why are you getting excited?
This is just to hide the fact that they're failing miserably.
Right. Various power hubs were announced with great fanfare, but it wasn't immediately clear if the likes of Alan Horn and Alan Bergman, who rule over the company's film efforts are TV chief Peter Rice, who was named chairman of general entertainment content, their sports guy, whatever, were being promoted or just playing similar roles with a slightly greater mandate to think more in terms of what is binge-worthy.
That's basically how, if you read into it, that's basically what it sounds like to me, too.
Yeah, they said that the star was Kareem Daniel, but they actually...
Yes, they kept pushing that.
But they actually pointed out that he doesn't have a lot of experience with entertainment. He was the president of consumer products, games, and publishing, and he's going to be responsible for like all of this TV and movie content. They're like, what?
But he's not a white guy.
Well, there's that. But they said that he's also going to pick up some of the slack from Kevin Mayer, who jumped ship to go to TikTok.
And they jumped ship from there too.
It's like this guy's like. This reminds me of Mario. You're like jumping from one like sinking platform to another.
Basically, that's basically what it is.
So Daniel previously served, as the president there. It's weird, said one top film executive.
It is weird. Yes, you're right. That's what we thought right away too.
And with the emphasis on streaming and refocusing the company's orientation on content creation, many in the industry were surprised at the lack of mention of prominent creative execs, including Dana Walden of Disney Television Studios and ABC, and the guy in charge of FX. Maybe they won't be around much longer.
Just wait. There'll be an announcement that they decided to leave. We've seen this many, many times. Oh, we didn't get rid of them. They decided to leave.
Yeah. They're also like, well, it seems that Kevin Feige and Kathleen Kennedy are okay. That's confusing too.
Yeah. That's not. There's a power struggle there. I don't care who you talk to. That's definitely going on. That's not okay.
Also absent from the reorganization news was Ricky Strauss, who had served as the president of content and marketing for Disney Plus since 2018. Why wasn't he mentioned?
Right.
Again, this is not good news, guys. They're going to probably shit can a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, especially the executives. I'd start expecting announcements that so-and-so's leaving to move on to another position, or they're giving them time to find something else so it doesn't look too bad for the investors. And then after the investor call, that's when they'll start shit canning, laying off they'll announce a bunch more layoffs, because it's bad news right now, and they don't want that more. They're already getting in trouble for $28,000. What happens when we start laying off from this other stuff too?
Yep. So they said in the short term, it has been a boom to Disney stock. They go on and on about stock prices, kind of the love-hate relationship Wall Street has with Netflix. But everybody got excited because they're like, oh, Disney's got a plan, everybody. They know exactly.
Disney does not have a plan.
They don't have a plan. They don't have a plan.
What do people get excited about? What's buzzworthy? Well, tell the investors we're going to give them money. And then what do we have that's actually good streaming? Okay, tell them we're going to double down on streaming, even though we owe a shit ton of money yet for Disney Plus. We're nowhere near breaking even, and our content is way behind because of the pandemic.
Yep.
But yeah, go get some more cast member videos of behind the scenes at Disney World and make another show.
Ones that are left. How many of the cast members in that behind-the-scenes show are getting laid off?
I don't know. It is a good question.
So yeah, they're basically saying here on Forbes that you might not want to bet on Disney at this point. I would wait until after this earnings call and see how it goes.
Oh, they're going to spin the narrative for the earnings call so hard. You thought they razzle-dazzled and spun before? Just wait.
This is going to be the greatest show that Mickey Mouse has ever put on.
That's right.
It kind of reminds me of I don't know if anybody remembers the movie Tucker, with the Tucker automobiles.
No, but I know your grandpa liked that movie.
Yeah, he did. He loved that. Well, he loves Tucker automobiles, but they had to basically put on a show that, hey, we got these cars where literally they were like duct taping the car together behind the curtain before they unveiled it. And they were
that reminds me of Gung Ho.
Yeah, they were trying to razzle dazzle everybody with this.
We hit our quota. There's a guy in the car as the motor, but we hit the quota. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, so that's what Disney's going to do. They're going to put duct tape and popsicle sticks all over their broken empire to try to bullshit Wall Street and bullshit the investors for another quarter. And they've got Elizabeth Warren asking them questions on the other side.
But they didn't answer.
They didn't answer, non-answer. So I wonder if this is going to come up again during the investors call.
Oh, because they'll call them out. We've been in investor calls, and people were like, "Wait a minute, but this."
Couple quarters.
Well, let's talk in circles.
Yeah, they'll talk in circles. A couple quarters ago, they had a bunch of angry nuns.
I was thinking about that.
We'll
talk in circles and tell you because this is this of that, and because of this and that and this and this, it's all good now. Okay? Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Disney Plus, guys.
That's
Disney
what I do.
Plus.
Blah blah blah. Disney Plus. I love the time when they were asking about, is this going to be your new thing with Mulan? Is this going to be the new way you go? Oh no, it's not. This is not going to be the way we move on with things. But we're going to wait and see how it goes and go from there. Which means, yes, it is. That's exactly the way it's going to go. We're just not going to tell you that.
So speaking of Disney Plus, now because everybody's looking closer at Disney Plus.
Oh, I saw this.
Disney Plus now puts new acknowledgments on its problematic movies. problematic movies, guys. Because before they had this very simple disclaimer. The inspirational tale of a courageous baby elephant from Dumbo. A courageous baby elephant who, with the help of clever friend Timothy Mouse, uses his sensational ears to soar to fame. The program is presented as originally created. It may contain outdated cultural depictions. That seems to
That seems pretty fair.
Well, no. It's not. It's not enough. This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures, it now says. These stereotypes were wrong then and they're wrong now. Rather than remove the content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. Disney is committed to creating stories with inspirational and aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience around the globe. To learn more about how stories have impacted society, visit disney.com/stories matter.
To learn more about it, come visit our site to give it more hits so it's worth more money. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. The first time it was written in a fair way, but that wasn't enough. Oh my God, Disney. And then they had to do this.
And also, Dumbo causes cancer and birth defects. Wait, no. I'm sorry. That'll be the next thing. So people just can't deal with the fact that these movies were made many, many decades ago.
In a different time.
In a different time. In a different place. Anyway.
If you're that dumb that you actually need a write-up that spells it out that much, you have more problems than just worrying about that write-up.
Yeah, I think most people get it, but who the hell knows? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens after the next investment call. Very curious that Variety, a couple days after we called it out, was like, hey, guys, this isn't really good news.
We called it out the day it was announced. We're
Yeah,
this is bad, and here's why.
Yep. So there we go.
We don't razzle-dazzle doesn't work on us anymore.
What the hell do we know? We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.